Hey, Browns fans, Nathan Zegura alongside three-time Super Bowl champion Gerard Cherry and Cedric Tillman, Browns rookie wide receiver. It's time now for our exclusive player interview brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage. Cedric, good to see you. Training camp underway. Today he's got the helmets out there, a little bit more of a ramp-up. How are you feeling, and what's it like being back out there on the field with your teammates?
It feels good. You know, anytime I can go out here with my new brothers and, compete, obviously get some work in. The season's right around the corner, so we're all ready to work.
And season certainly is right around the corner. You're going to be basically lined up to play a football game very soon. But Cedric, we always talk about the speed of the game from that transition from college to the pros. What have you noticed so far in that transition?
Just taking it one day at a time. Obviously, in the NFL we're playing against the elites of the elites. So, definitely the speed is picked up more, but it's all about getting in your playbook so you can slow the game down.
As a rookie, that's the big thing, right? Getting in, as Gerard talks about it all the time, assignment and alignment. How do you feel you are on that part of it? And we'll let the physical part of it take care of itself. You have those gifts. But how do you feel on the mental side of it right now?
Oh, I'm learning each and every day. Me and Coach, we're working real hard. I'm working hard every day. My teammates, the other receivers in the room, the quarterbacks obviously help me learn the playbook. So, I feel more and more comfortable each day.
And Cedric, you're in a spot where you're in the National Football League. You went to college, you did what you did have to do to get here, but now you find yourself actually in a training camp. How excited are you, and do you find yourself when you get up in the morning like, wow, I am living out my dream?
Yeah, absolutely. Every morning I remind myself that, I've been dreaming about this moment my whole life. And I always be blessed and grateful. Even those days you may not want to wake up early, you just have to realize that, millions of people wish they can be in my position. So I'm truly grateful, and, I try to come out here and work every day.
You got some great role models in your room. Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones is a guy who just has done it the right way from day one and has made a great career for himself. Marquise Goodwin, who, while he's not on the field with us now, we hope he is soon, but his leadership is palpable. The way that he's always talking out there is a lot of fun. What have you learned kind of from these vets, not only about how to play the position of wide receiver in the NFL, but part of it's how to be a pro? You have probably a lot more time than you ever had at any point in your career, but you need to use it productively to make it your lifestyle to be a pro.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like you said, just learn how to be a pro. Luckily I was blessed to have some great guys in the receiver room who don't mind coaching me up. And I always tell those guys that, I'm not afraid to learn. I'm not afraid to be coached. So I'm always going in them, asking them for advice, what I can do, what I shouldn't do. And, I'm just learning each and every day.
And I like the point you just made, Cedric, about guys being willing to coach you up, because a lot of times in this atmosphere it can be cutthroat. But I noticed with this team, and I'm seeing this early on, I get it, but there seems to be a camaraderie building here. You sense and feel that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously we do have to compete, but at the end of the day, we're one unit. We're brothers. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Obviously, we all want to play and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're all teammates. We all want to see each other eat, all want to see each other get paid and stuff like that. So we're just one unit.
When you are younger, you're watching a guy like Deshaun Watson at Clemson. You know what he can do. Now he's your quarterback here. And the football part of it, you were well-versed and well-prepared for what Deshaun would be like. He gets up in front of you guys, and you have your quarterback kind of bare his soul to this football team. What was that like for you as a young guy, and what do you think that kind of meant to this team in terms of its bonding and the understanding of each other that, yes, football's a big part of it, but we're all humans too, and as you said, my brothers, that we can relate to each other on much deeper levels if we're willing to open up?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Deshaun did obviously open up to us, and, other guys on the team have too. I think it was huge. I think it was great, and I just think that's why, he's a great leader. Not everything's fun and games. Sometimes we do have to have serious conversations. We are brothers. That's what families do, and it definitely showed why, he's a great leader.
And prior to joining us, Cedric, I was watching you put the extra work in with one of your coaches. What were you working on? And what do you find and feel that, hey, if I do this and add this to my game, this element, I'll be a much better and more productive player?
I feel like if I just learn the game, become more of a skill overall, more skillful, putting more things in my bag and stuff like that, I feel like I'll be great. I got great role models in the room, to help me learn, and now it's up to me just to put the work in.
You're in the SEC. Many people say that is the most challenging conference it's the best level of football outside of the NFL, right? What are the differences you've noticed when you're talking about adding to your skill set, maybe in just how precise you've got to be in your routes, in the depths, in the way that you build that stem to create the separation? How much different is it, even coming from the top collegiate league to here in the NFL?
The details. Obviously, the details matter in college, but in the pros, they say you're a professional for a reason. Everything has to be in one sync and one core because everybody has to be on the same page. And it truly means if one person doesn't do the right thing, it can really mess up a play. So definitely paying attention more to details and being a pro.
You mentioned that everybody being on the same page. As a receiver, you and the quarterback need to be on the same page. You need to see the field kind of through the same eyes, right? Do you feel like you're getting there and with some of that chemistry with the quarterbacks that you've been working with?
Absolutely. You know, just going out there each day, you know, whether it's routes on air or during team competition, you know, just getting on the same page with the quarterbacks and stuff like that is very important.
And one of the things that we always talk about is the importance of being one of the first guys on the field and one of the last guys on the field. I noticed that you've been taking that roll on and doing just that. But once the meetings are over with and you go back to your room, are you cracking your playbook open and doing the things necessary there to just learn more about the game, as you just said, to get more precise on what you have to do so you prepare come the next day?
Absolutely. I try to go back on the plays I may have not done too good, but overall I try to go back on all the plays we do so it can just be snap of the finger, just know what to do. That's very important because when it's time to go, you don't have time to think. You just got to play. And I think those guys who just go out there and play without thinking are the ones that are successful.
Browns this year 4 preseason games. That means an opportunity for young guys like yourself to play more than maybe on the other 32 teams. That you and the Jets, you guys will get it. 30 other teams are only going to get 3 games. The first one's in 10 days. You're going to put the pads on for the first time on Friday, and then 6 days later you'll play that preseason opener. How excited are you for that, and do you feel like it is a little bit of a blessing for you to get that extra game so you can get that work to get you even more ready for the regular season?
Absolutely. You know, I'm very excited. You know, it's definitely going to be a dream come true. You know, I'm trying not to look too far ahead, obviously.
That's right. One day, one meeting. Right, exactly.
Take one day, one meeting at a time, one practice, because it's important. You know,
sure.
If you overlook stuff, that's how you miss out on the details we've been talking about. But, you know, obviously having that 4th game I think is important for all of us just to see ourselves on film and just to learn for it so when the season comes, we'll be prepared.
Well, it's been great having you on here. Also get a chance in those preseason games. We're going to see a former high school connection, I would imagine, at some point. DTR here and our guy Cedric Tillman. Cedric, thanks for the time and best of luck to you this season.
Thank you, guys.